In the bustling streets of Seoul, South Korea, 7 young men from vastly different backgrounds found themselves standing on the precipice of a dream. Their journey began in 2010 when Big Hit Entertainment, a fledgling entertainment company at the time, announced auditions for a new boy group. Among the hundreds of hopefuls, Namjoon, a passionate rapper with an affinity for words, was the first to be recruited. Known by his stage name, RM, he would become the backbone of what was to come. Soon after, Min Yoongi, a skilled underground rapper with a reputation for his raw lyricism, joined the team, followed by Jung Hoseok, a dancer whose energy could electrify any stage. These 3 were initially planned as part of a hip-hop group, but the vision expanded. John Jungkook, a prodigious 15-year-old singer with a golden voice, was scouted after he dazzled at auditions for various companies. Park Jimin, a student from a prestigious dance academy, brought an ethereal presence and striking vocals to the mix. Kim Taehyung, or V, joined almost by accident. Originally there to accompany a friend, he left the judges speechless with his unique charm and deep voice. Lastly, Kim Seok-jin, a theater student with no prior musical experience but undeniable star power, rounded out the group. With the lineup finalized, BTS, an acronym for Bangtan Sonyeondan, meaning Bulletproof Boy Scouts, was officially formed. The name reflected their goal: to defy societal expectations and protect the dreams of their generation. Their debut, however, was anything but glamorous. Operating under a small agency, they faced skepticism and scorn in an industry dominated by giants like SM, YG, and JYP Entertainment. In 2013, BTS debuted with No More Dream, a track that critiqued societal pressures on youth. The song's defiant tone and gritty choreography captured attention, but their rookie status often overshadowed their talent. They performed on small stages and faced criticism for their rough edges. Yet, the 7 members threw themselves into their craft, writing, composing, and producing their own music, a rarity in the K-pop scene. Their perseverance began to pay off. Tracks like N.O. and We Are Bulletproof Pete 2 cemented their identity as voices for a disillusioned generation. But it wasn't until 2015's I Need You that BTS saw their breakthrough. The song marked the start of their emotional Hwa Yang Yeon Hwa, the most beautiful moment in life, trilogy, which explored themes of youth, loss, and self-discovery. The accompanying visuals were cinematic and poetic, resonating deeply with fans. As their popularity grew domestically, so did their ambitions. BTS began reaching beyond South Korea, using social media to connect with fans worldwide. They started sharing personal stories through video logs and tweets, building a deeply personal relationship with their growing fan base. The ARMY, fueled by their growing connection with ARMY and the success of the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series, BTS began to ascend in a way few could have predicted. Their music, which had always centered around raw, honest emotions, was now finding a global audience that resonated with their message. The group wasn't just delivering catchy songs, they were offering a lifeline to fans who felt unheard. Their storytelling, combined with their openness about struggles with mental health, societal expectations, and self-acceptance, carved a unique space for BTS in the music industry. In 2016, their Wings album marked a bold turning point. Thematically inspired by Hermann Hesse's Demian, it delved into the complexities of temptation and growth. Each member had their own solo track, allowing their individual stories and styles to shine. Songs like Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Spring Day became instant classics. Spring Day especially struck a chord, becoming an anthem of healing and longing that resonated across cultures. Fans speculated that the song was a tribute to South Korea's Seoul ferry tragedy, a claim BTS never confirmed, but which deepened the emotional impact. As their reputation grew, so did their workload. Touring relentlessly, BTS brought their electrifying performances to international stages, proving they were not just idols, but global entertainers. Despite language barriers, their artistry transcended borders. They performed sold-out shows in cities from Los Angeles to London, all while continuing to release music that defied conventions. Their Love Yourself series, spanning 3 albums, ushered in an era of introspection, with titles like Love Yourself, Her, Love Yourself, Tear, and Love Yourself. Answer: The trilogy encouraged listeners to embrace self-love despite the hardships they faced. By 2018, BTS had firmly planted their flag in the global music industry. They became the first Korean act to win a Billboard Music Award, clinching the Top Social Artist Award, a title they would go on to win several more times. Their attendance at the American Music Awards that year and their performances on US Talk shows like The Ellen DeGeneres Show and The Late Late Show with James Corden introduced them to a broader Western audience. But BTS never strayed far from their roots. They continued addressing pressing social issues, both in their music and through action. Their partnership with UNICEF for the Love Myself campaign, aimed at ending violence against children and teens while promoting self-love, exemplified their desire to use their influence for good. Fans around the world joined the initiative, raising millions of dollars in support of the cause. The group's authenticity and artistry reached a new zenith with the release of Map of the Soul. Persona in 2019, a body of work inspired by Carl Jung's theories of psychology. The lead single, Boy with Love, featured American pop star Halsey, marking a significant crossover moment. Its vibrant, joyful message about the simplicity of love and human connection became a chart-topping hit, smashing records and earning BTS their first performance at the Grammy Awards. Their follow-up album, Map of the Soul, 7, celebrated their 7 years together as a group. Released in 2020, it was a reflection on their journey, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Tracks like Black Swan delved into fears of losing their passion for music, while On was an anthem of resilience. The album also paid homage to their early days, with a re-recording of We Are Bulletproof the Eternal, symbolizing how far they had come. However, 2020 brought unforeseen challenges. The COVID-19 pandemic forced BTS to cancel their planned world tour and, like much of the world, adapt to a new reality. Instead of retreating, they turned to virtual platforms, hosting online concerts and fan meetings that kept their connection with ARMY alive. During this period, they released Dynamite, their first all-English single, which became a cultural phenomenon. The upbeat track offered a moment of joy in a challenging time and earned BTS their first Grammy nomination. The pandemic also saw BTS release BE, an album that captured the collective emotions of a world in isolation. Songs like Life Goes On offered comfort and hope, reminding listeners that even in the darkest times, healing is possible. The album was a testament to their ability to stay grounded and relatable, no matter how high their star rose. As restrictions eased, BTS returned to live performances, taking their Permission to Dance on Stage concert series to audiences worldwide. Their single Butter dominated global charts, proving their versatility and appeal to diverse listeners. By now, BTS had not only conquered the music world, but also established themselves as cultural icons. From speaking at the United Nations General Assembly to being named Time's Entertainer of the Year in 2020, their influence extended beyond music. What set BTS apart was their unwavering dedication to authenticity. They were unafraid to show their vulnerabilities, whether discussing burnout, the pressures of fame, or their fears about the future. Each member brought something unique to the group. RM's intellectual leadership, Jin's humor and warmth, Suga's introspective wisdom, J-Hope's boundless energy, Jimin's grace and sensitivity, V's artistic soul, and Jungkook's relentless drive. Together, they formed a synergy that resonated deeply with millions. As they celebrated their 10th anniversary in 2023, BTS reflected on their legacy and hinted at future endeavors. The group temporarily shifted focus to individual projects, with members exploring solo albums, acting roles, and philanthropic efforts. Despite this, they remained a collective, bound by a promise to reunite and continue their story. As BTS ventured into their second decade, their influence only continued to grow, cementing their position as both cultural icons and advocates for change. While the members pursued individual endeavors during their temporary focus on solo projects, their collective impact remained as strong as ever. Fans, affectionately known as ARMY, eagerly supported each member's path from solo albums to ventures into acting, art, and philanthropy. Kim Namjoon, or RM, delved into his passion for the arts, not only curating museum exhibits, but also releasing deeply introspective music. His solo projects explored themes of identity, self-discovery, and growth, showcasing his intellectual and poetic depth. His ability to weave personal narratives into his work continued to resonate with fans and critics alike, earning accolades for both his music and cultural contributions. Meanwhile, Min Yoongi, or Suga, ventured into various musical collaborations and production projects under his producer moniker, August D. His solo releases gained international acclaim for their raw honesty and musical sophistication, with tracks that reflected on his struggles with mental health, fame, and his relentless drive to create. His live performances brought an intensity that mirrored his passion, earning him a reputation as one of the most versatile artists in the industry. Jung Ho-seok, known as J-Hope, further embraced his dynamic artistry. As a performer and solo artist, he released music that blended genres and pushed boundaries, with vibrant tracks that captured his unique energy and softer ballads that highlighted his introspective side. His dance skills remained unmatched, making his performances a spectacle to behold. His positivity and work ethic continued to inspire both fans and fellow artists. Kim Seokjin, or Jin, explored his acting ambitions while remaining a steadfast presence in the group's activities. Known for his humor and ability to connect with audiences, he also pursued music that highlighted his emotive vocal range. His contributions to BTS's projects continued to add a layer of depth and warmth, making him a beloved figure in both the entertainment world and among ARMY. Park Jimin ventured into solo music with a style that was both ethereal and emotionally charged. His work often reflected themes of love, longing, and self-acceptance, delivered through his angelic voice and graceful performances. Jimin's ability to convey deep emotion through his art solidified his position as a standout vocalist and performer. Kim Tae-hyung, or V, leaned into his eclectic and artistic personality, releasing music that blended jazz, classical, and contemporary styles. His solo endeavors, often described as soulful and cinematic, revealed a deeply introspective side, exploring themes of nostalgia, love, and artistic passion. V also delved into acting and visual arts, further showcasing his multifaceted talent. John Jungkook, the youngest member, pursued a path of relentless ambition, continuously refining his craft as a singer, dancer, and producer. His solo music explored themes of self-discovery and ambition, resonating with fans across the globe. Known for his tireless dedication, Jungkook's ability to connect with audiences through his music and performances set him apart as a true global star. Even as they focused on individual paths, BTS's bond as a group remained unshakable. Their occasional reunions for special projects, performances, or philanthropic initiatives reminded fans that their collective story was far from over. BTS's continued involvement in social causes, including their partnership with UNICEF and other charitable efforts, underscored their commitment to using their platform for positive change. In the ever-evolving music industry, BTS's legacy continued to inspire a new generation of artists. Their groundbreaking achievements, breaking language barriers, dominating global charts, and fostering a deeply personal connection with their audience, set a precedent for what was possible in modern music. Beyond their commercial success, BTS had created a cultural movement, one that championed authenticity, diversity, and the courage to dream. As they looked to the future, BTS remained a symbol of hope and resilience, their journey proving that even the most humble beginnings could lead to extraordinary heights. Whether together or as individuals, their influence echoed far beyond music, a testament to the power of storytelling, perseverance, and the unbreakable bond between artists and their fans. The world continued to watch, listen, and be inspired, eagerly awaiting the next chapter of BTS's remarkable story.